As a writer, it becomes imperative that after you have done some work and some writing, you're going to have your piece workshopped. And it's very important to be able to see what others think about your work. So going to a workshop or having your piece workshopped is very, very important. So today we'll talk a little bit about how to workshop a piece, how to receive feedback, that kind of thing. So first, let's just think about the purpose of workshopping. There's a reason that you want somebody to read your work. You want to know what other people are thinking. So what you need to do is first you need to give your work to readers. Make sure that it is a clean copy, as clean as possible. Make sure that there are no grammatical errors, no spelling errors, unless those are intentional. And make sure that you have given the pieces as much attention as you can or as you think is necessary so the piece will have the most resonance with your readers. And then as you're doing that, you need to think about why you're there. So you're there so you can hear the opinions of others. You want to know what others are thinking about your writing. And think of it kind of like as an intense focus group on your particular piece. The people that are going to be reading your work are paying 100% attention to your piece. They care about what your piece is and they want it to be better. So they are giving their opinions and their point of view on what's going on and how they feel about your writing. So as you are ready for your workshop and you are submitting stuff for a workshop, again, make sure that you have submitted a clean work. Make sure that your work is ready for readers. Don't have one with a bunch of errors in it. So then when you go and you sit down to have your piece workshopped, either if it's online or face to face, see if you personally, as you are receiving the feedback, have a clean work. Have have the work typed out, printed out, something so you can make notes on it. So you'll need a pen or a pencil or something to make notes on the workshop piece. So you have this piece you can circle, you can underline, and hopefully as your work is being workshopped, you will receive the notes that they have. But sometimes something somebody says will not be written down in the notes. So just have a pen handy so they can give you some specific feedback. And also have listening ears. That means keep your mouth shut. As somebody is talking about your work, you're going to have to kind of turn off your desire to want to respond to everything. Just receive what is being told to you. Don't try to justify your writing or justify your opinions on things. Then if you are on the other end and you are a workshopper, so you need to participate in this workshop, you need to come prepared. Make sure you have read the works. Make sure that you are ready to have your points made and points heard. Because just because you have written down something on a piece of paper that you think should be a note, it's not necessarily something that needs to be said in front of the whole group, in front of the whole workshop. So come prepared, come paying attention to exactly the best points. Maybe make 5 or 6 bullet points, and then the other notes can be something that can be helpful later on, but not everybody needs to be there to hear them. Make sure you have read the work completely. Maybe read the work more than once so you can make some notes on it, because things that you might not have understood at the beginning are finally making sense at the end, and you need to go back and read the work as somebody with new eyes. So you have to read the work and be familiar with it. And as you are participating in the workshop, you need to share your opinions. You need to say what you like and what you don't like. Be honest, because honesty is the best thing that you're going to give to the reader or to the writer that you are workshopping. And if you're not being honest with your opinions, you're not going to help them. Tell them what you like. Tell them what you really like about the work. Tell them what you don't like. Tell them the whole gamut of your opinions. And be kind with your opinions. Don't say, I hated this character just because they were dumb. Say, give reasons why you didn't like the character or why you didn't like a turn of phrase. And also share facts. What I mean is, if there's some glaring grammar issues that you can see, then definitely point those out. If you see a person has changed the name of a character 2 or 3 times, then let the writer know that. Maybe they mixed up the spelling one time. They changed they juxtaposed 2 letters. Then just let them know that. So share the facts about the writing as well. Share the opinions. Those are going to be the most important thing, but facts are sometimes the most helpful thing. Next, as you are receiving the feedback, as I said earlier, it's best to have that clean piece so you can write your own personal notes on it. You can compile all the notes, but you understand that this is somebody's opinion. Just because they have told you something that they like or don't like does not mean that you have to change it. That just is understanding that this is somebody giving you their opinion. So I also suggest that you have a thick skin as you're doing this, because it's hard to have people read your work, and if they don't like it, it's going to come across, even if they only tell you things that they like about it, it's going to come across that they don't like it in just their tones or the types of words that they use. So have a thick skin. They are not attacking you personally for the most part. It might feel like it, but they are not attacking you personally. They're looking at your work. Listen to the fact. Take the fact. If somebody is telling you that you are using punctuation incorrectly, listen to that. If somebody is telling you that you're using a wrong point of view, or wrong, you change the point of view in the middle of a sentence, or you use an image incorrectly or something, then it's definitely not going to be helpful for you to ignore that. And also, as you're receiving the feedback, don't overthink it. Again, they are giving you their opinion. They are giving you what the reader thinks as they're looking your stuff, because you don't have to take everything that is given to you in a workshop. So don't overthink that, definitely. Because you, as you're working on your piece, you have to be the one to make the final decision on what gets changed or not. And then finally, when you are implementing your feedback, this is making the final updates, the final changes to your piece, or the next changes before your next workshop if you are going to have one. So read through all the notes you're given, and take the best advice. Take what you think is the strongest piece of advice. Maybe 10 people out of 15 said that you needed to change something, and they all gave you a similar piece of information, maybe not the exact piece. Then take that. That's good advice. But if one person doesn't like something, that might not be the best place to make a changement. So make a change. So definitely use the judgment that you have on your piece, because it is your piece. Just because somebody says they don't like it doesn't mean you have to change it. Just because somebody says they do like it doesn't mean it has to stay the same. So use your personal judgment as you're going, but take the notes that are given to you, because the people that have workshopped your work, they are taking some time to give your piece 100% of their attention. So it would be best if you were paying attention to what they said and just accepting it as their opinion, and using your final judgment as you are completing your piece.